It's all fun and games till someone gets shot.
Simply breaking down the story of Tekken Mobile, Nina and Kazuya was fighting each other, and then Revenant, which is this noob Cybot like character, shows up and tries to steal their power. He gets some of it, but not all of it. These two characters then team up to try and take him down. Along the way, they fight Revenant, they fight Ogre, they fight Acolytes, they fight a whole lot of stuff, and they get new characters along the way to join in the fight. One of the characters that everyone talks about from Tekken Mobile, you guys may have heard this name before even without playing it, but Rodeo Montana, aka Bo Montana. Basically, his story is he was a very good football player in college. He then became like a Marine, and then he eventually helped out in taking down Revenant, or trying to take down Revenant. But when you talk about how this can translate into Tekken 8, one, I think you could simply switch out Revenant for Kazuya, keep this whole backstory the same, football, military, and then wanting to stop Kazuya. Boom, perfectly fine, put it into Tekken 8. But the part with Bo Montana, and this is the thing that always stood out to him, is how generic of a character he is. Like, even when you look at Tekken Mobile gameplay, you can tell that this guy is a combination of three characters that I can see. He's a combination of Paul Phoenix, Marduk, and Brian Fury. There may be a little bit more in there, but that's just what I'm able to tell. Being a combination of those three characters isn't necessarily a bad thing, but also I think that isn't a good thing, because in no way, shape, or form do you want to try and be anything similar to them, because those three characters are very popular, right? Well, Marduk is kind of a different story, but Brian Fury and Paul Phoenix are the most popular characters in the whole game. There is no copying them, there is no replicating them. And that's the thing with Paul Phoenix. He's one of the oldest male characters in the whole entire game. And people always say, oh, they should skip Tekken 8 like 5 years, 7 years. If they skip years in Tekken 8, Paul Phoenix is going to be like 50, 60. So that's why every single game takes months and months, because first off, Paul Phoenix would be super old, Kazuya super old, but then also the female characters, we won't talk about that. Bo Montana is a character that kind of lacks his own identity. And I think that's kind of a good thing if they really want to flesh him out, because a character who has no identity, no personality, no combat, you can apply everything to them. An example that I would give is the female Tekken 4 soldier, Zoe. We don't have any type of personality, no fighting style, no nothing. But people, they want that character, they want that idea. And I think it's the same thing for Bo Montana, where he is a idea. And a lot of people would like to see it fleshed out, and a lot of people would like to see it expanded upon. But I think with him, it goes back to the idea of him being super generic. American football player, military, wants to take down Kazuya. That is a generic story, and we've seen several variations of that many times already, and I think they will be better off doing something different, which is this that I want to talk about now. The next character that was supposed to come to Tekken Mobile, but it never did. Taekwondo Girl. She doesn't even have a name. Her name is unknown, but Taekwondo Girl is what everyone calls her. Now, I did a video a very long time ago talking about her, and people wanted her to show up in Season 5 and Tekken 8 and yada yada yada. And the reason why I think this character has some sort of potential is because, one, the Taekwondo fighting style is very iconic. And two, this is just a kind of wild what if scenario, but I think it will be really cool to see another Taekwondo fighter, but without all the stances like Harong and Baek San have. Those characters, they always are in stances, always, in and out, switching. And I think it would be really cool to see a Taekwondo character kind of like Jury, but in Tekken, where it's just normal attacks, no stances. I think that would be really cool to explore. And also too, when you talk about the country, the region of the world she was supposed to come from. Now, this isn't confirmed, but it was said that she was supposed to come from Korea. I do think it's time that we start getting characters from some of these other regions of the world. One thing about Taekwondo Girl as well, I hear this a lot and I wasn't able to confirm it for myself, But a lot of people say that the idea, right, because it goes back to these characters being ideas, but the idea of Taekwondo Girl was turned into Josie. That's what some people say. I wasn't able to confirm it. Nothing in the wiki suggests that. But at the same time, I kind of could believe it because we saw this happen time and time again in the past. The zombie bride that was supposed to be Miguel's sister, that idea turned into Nina's story for Tekken 7. There's potential in this Tekken mobile game story-wise. You talk about Revenant at one point in time summoning Ogre. We don't know if he like respawns or if he just summons him from another dimension. Stuff like that would be cool to get an answer to, but this really is kind of like a far-fetched idea. And considering, here's the thing about Tekken Mobile and Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Both of those games didn't do well, and I don't see them going back to properties or IP that didn't perform well and using that into Tekken 8 to try to give that game fresh legs and stand. But at the same time, they could really do anything. Taekwondo Girl showing up as DLC, I think that would be cool. A lot of Tekken fans will be happy, but at the same time, they would have to really go above and beyond to make this character something truly special if they did want to go down that path. I always throw out the idea of Kazuya killing a character. It would be really funny if Bo Montana, Rodeo Montana, was the character that Kazuya killed. If they're trying to turn Jun Kazama, who's a character that wasn't popular, into something special, maybe they would also try to turn Tekken Mobile, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Rodeo Montana. All of these other things that didn't go so well, maybe they will try to correct it. What do you think they should do with Tekken Mobile? Leave it, forget it, or try to save it? Reintroduce some of the ideas into Tekken 8, maybe tweak it here and there. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.